In this CC Guide for Teachers, we'll talk about how to simplify your standards routine. With CC, you can easily search and add standards to your daily lessons and units, and then track them over time. Working with standards has never been so quick or easy. In this guide, we'll focus on how to search for the standards you need, add these standards to your daily lessons and units, and then how to track the usage of these standards over time. As a bit of pre-work, this guide assumes that you've already created an account and that you've set up your first plan book. If you haven't done those things, check out our CC for Teachers video on plan book setup to get started. To begin, log into your plan book by clicking the plan book title from the home screen. Find the daily lesson into which you'd like to attach standards. Beneath the Standards card, you'll see a magnifying glass icon that says Search and Add Standards. CC standards are categorized by state, organization, and schools and districts. Let's imagine that we're working with Common Core standards for our reading class. We'll select Organizations, Common Core State Standards, Common Core English Language Arts, and then we'll select the grade level which we teach. One important and helpful tip. Let's say that we want to compare standard sets from one grade to another. To do this, I can select side-by-side view and then find the other standard set I'd like to compare. This will show both sets at once. Once I've found the standard set I need, I can use the search query box at the top to quickly locate the standards for this lesson. For example, for this lesson on inferences, I can type in inferences to narrow my search. Once I find the standard needed, I can click the plus sign button on the left side. Because many lessons often focus on multiple standards, I can add as many standards I need. Once I'm satisfied, I can click Close and Return to Lesson, and now I can see those standards attached to my daily lesson plan. If you're already using CC's powerful unit planner to backwards plan, you can also add standards to your unit plans. To do this, the process is identical. Simply click Unit Timeline, select the unit for which you'd like to attach standards, and click Show Full Unit in Sidebar. To add standards, we simply follow the same steps when adding standards to a daily lesson. Equally important to adding standards is tracking them over time. CC Standards Tracker helps teachers to ensure they never leave out important standards. It can also provide insights on the standards that we teachers might be including more than are necessary. To track standards, we can click on Standards Tracker from the top menu. We'll select the class for which we'd like to track standards, and then select the standard set we'd like to track. Once again, our standards document appears. And this time, we can see the data on which standards have been included or which ones have been left out. When we see something like 0 of 1, this denotes that we've not created any lessons in the past or any upcoming lessons that include this standard. Conversely, when we see 1 of 1, this denotes that we have at least one lesson that includes this standard. Even more helpful, CC includes every past or future lesson we've created that uses this standard. This is particularly helpful later in the year when we want to see whether or not we have previously taught a standard. For instance, let's imagine it's May and I want to see how I taught inferences back in September. I can click on the date and my lesson from September appears, showing my lesson and all the materials that I used. And there you have it. With CC, you'll have access to every standard you need. And even better, you can add and track those standards faster than ever. The result is that every lesson will be purposeful, and you can rest assured that students will be prepared to meet their end-of-year goals.